What is gluten, you ask, and is there anything really wrong with it? Gluten is a protein that is made from two proteins called gliadin and glutenin. And it is also the Latin word for glue and probably got the name since it helps hold bread together. So if you have had gluten-free breads, you probably miss the chewy texture of normal bread with gluten. These proteins come from wheat, barley, rye, and a few unconventional grains, which can be in things such as bread, cake, pastries, pizza crust, and other things you would never think of like soy sauce, dressings, beer, and licorice. Most people have no problem digesting these proteins, but the people that have trouble are diagnosed with celiac disease. Celiac disease is an autoimmune disease, which means the body attacks itself like, oh, gummit, get out of here. Ah. It does this by attacking villi, which are attached to the intestine and make finger-like projections that increase surface area and help absorb nutrients. The same way fingers help catch a football is the same way the finger-like projections help catch nutrients for your body. Imagine if you didn't have any fingers. People diagnosed with celiac disease have an immune response from the body when eating gluten, and this causes inflammation in the intestine and shrinking of the villi. Since the villi are now smaller, all of the nutrients from your food are hard to absorb, and this is no silent killer. Symptoms people complain of are gas, abnormal poop, bloating, cramping, abdominal pain, fatigue, and an itchy skin rash known as dermatitis herpetiformis. Ugh. Within the last few years, scientists found that a small number of the population that have gluten sensitivity have similar symptoms to people with celiac disease, such as cramps, diarrhea, and bloating. So if you have celiac disease or gluten sensitivity, gluten-free options are essential. Within the last few years, being gluten-free has turned into a fad. Less than 1% of America has celiac disease, and a more accurate number of 1 out of 141 of your friends should have the disease according to the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. And this is what 1 out of 141 looks like, and the crazy thing is I only have about 8 friends and 3 of them have it. Some people just love the bandwagon. It sounds to me like the bandwagon just needs some Metamucil or Pepto-Bismol. After hearing all of those terrible symptoms, there is no way anyone would consider eating gluten if they had celiac disease or sensitivity towards gluten, but it seems many people use it as a crutch not to eat something or say they are on a gluten-free diet as if it is better. Many of these people seem to make exceptions for eating gluten when it comes to food choices they really love. But if love came with a side of abnormal poop and bloating, I doubt there would be any love. If you do not have symptoms, there is no reason to eliminate gluten from your diet. People these days treat gluten as something unhealthy or toxic because they heard it from a friend. Gluten-free doesn't mean something is lower in calories, healthier, or a better option. But people in America do tend to overeat, so if someone is eliminating pasta, bread, pizza, and many other things without substitute, they would certainly lose weight. The Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics also mentions that by taking gluten out of your diet, you need to make sure you do not become deficient in iron, which helps oxygenate blood, calcium for strong bones, fiber for digestive health, thiamine for heart health, riboflavin that increases energy levels, and niacin that increases your HDL or good cholesterol, as they are synonymous with gluten. Taking gluten out of a diet is only for those with a serious disease or sensitivity. If you like this video, please subscribe, leave the thumbs up, and comment below.